Hello beautiful people and welcome to another video. This table was missing the middle section. I'm assuming there was glass. I got it free of Facebook Marketplace and I think it was made from reclaimed wood because the condition was just awful. There were lots of holes underneath and patches. It was made from several different species of wood and the wood had different thicknesses in different places, so there wasn't really much that I could have done. So I decided to carve it and do all the other things that I've done to it to save it. I hope you enjoyed the process and maybe learn something or get an idea for your own project. If you think that what I'm doing right now is a bit odd, just trust the process because the difference from the before to after is quite striking. So just watch and see what happens. As I mentioned before, there were lots of patches and grains going in different directions. So this is the reason why I made the choices that I made for this project, and I hope it will make sense at the end. I thought that using Shushigiban technique or torching was the best way to allow me and blend all the different grain patterns and imperfections. Sorry for the noise in the background, it's the laser. I'm quite happy with what it looks like now. Just need to seal it and it's done. Well, minus the middle bit. And this is my plan for the middle section. I will be using my 20-watt XTOOL D1 PRO laser, which is super cool. And I've played with some other lasers, but this one is actually very powerful and you can cut wood with it, as you can see. And it gives you a very nice and clean cut, especially if you use the air assist attachment. I simply went on Etsy and I just downloaded some patterns that I think I paid only £2 for, and there was a whole bundle that came with this one. And I cut 6 of them and glued 2 of them together, so just to make it stronger. And I'll have all sorts of links in the description down below. XTOOL is actually running a promo right now, so you can get a very good deal on this machine. And honestly, guys, there's so much you can do with this, and I'll show you some other things that I've done. And I get so many ideas for this machine and what I want to do in the future. But anyhow, there will be actually another one that they're coming up with pretty soon. It's called XTOOL F1, and I'll have a link with a huge discount for you if you want to purchase one in the description. If you think this is something complicated, compared to the other lasers I've played with, this was super easy to put together. Literally took me 20 minutes maybe. It comes with a very easy to use software. You can also use third-party software, but the one that's included does the job perfectly well and you don't need anything else. I kind of want to do something with these because they're really cool. I'm finally done. That took a while, but I think it was quite quick given how much I've actually done. And these are some other things that I've done with this laser. I downloaded some files for coasters, for a box, and for Christmas ornaments. You can also engrave your tumblers and all sorts of other things. I'm not really into engraving, but this machine can do it on all sorts of materials, on metal, on leather, on cork, on cardboard, whatever. So you just transfer the file that you purchase, or you can create something yourself. The software actually comes with all sorts of settings for different materials, so you don't actually need to know the settings. You can just choose it from the drop-down menu, which is super convenient. And then before you actually start cutting or engraving, the machine allows you to frame your project so you know that you're working in the right area. And then you just hit the start button and it starts working. And as I mentioned before, I cut some coasters and some Christmas ornaments, and also I engraved my own logo that I'm going to cut out later on. Anyhow, I'll have all the info in the description down below, so guys, do check it out. This is the box, by the way, that I mentioned, and the fit was so tight I didn't even need to glue it together. I literally just put it together like a puzzle, and there's just so many things you can do with it. It's just absolutely incredible. I love it. And given Christmas is coming, cutting ornaments like this, they actually come with a box that the machine cuts for the ornaments to put them in. Such an amazing gift idea, and there's so many things you can do, and plywood is actually very cheap, so this will sort your Christmases for the next many years. But anyhow, let's get back to the video and my project. So the panels that I cut using the laser, I wanted some extra supports in between them, just because, you never know. So I made this stretcher and I created the same pattern as on the rest of the table, and I torched it and I applied oil just as on the rest of the table. With carving, torching, sanding, and staining, the wood had a very nice reddish undertone mixed with the black, and when I applied the oil, it just popped and it looked really cool, and I was actually surprised how good it looked. I knew it was gonna look interesting, but I was actually very positively surprised with the result. And given the condition of the table that I started with, and all the holes and patches and imperfections and unevenness, all of it just made it look really nice. My idea is to have this middle piece just for extra support, because even though I'm gonna glue two of these pieces together to make them stronger, I feel like it needs a bit more support in the middle. By now you can probably see where I'm going with this project. I really like that moment when the project is coming together. I just feel so good. Most of you guys watching my videos are not subscribers, so why not join the party? I make videos like this all the time, and if you enjoy my content, please do subscribe, like and comment, and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified when I make more videos like this. Thank you. And if you're feeling extra generous, you can buy me a coffee via Buy Me a Coffee, or you can check out my Amazon wishlist. As I mentioned before, I glued two of these panels together for extra strength, and I used super glue and accelerator just to make it easy and to eliminate glue squeeze out and cleaning. And to match the panels to the rest of the table, I lightly torched them and I stained them with the same mahogany stain. To make sure that the transition or the joint between those two panels was not very visible, I used the same stain and I sprayed it on. And I also sprayed the oil, which I diluted with some mineral spirits. And finally, I applied the same oil with a brush to that middle stretcher that I just screwed in. Okay, so I made it a very nice and tight fit, and I'm gonna use these pieces that I removed before to strengthen it from the bottom. So I'm just gonna glue them underneath, probably cut them in half so they're not visible. So the fact that this table isn't straight makes it a bit more difficult, but we're getting there. And this fit is very tight, which is great. And with some support from the bottom, I think it's gonna be just fine. Before I show you the final result, thank you so much for watching, and please do check out all the links in the description. And if you can afford and if you want to buy the XTOOL D1 PRO laser, I genuinely recommend it. I love this machine and I've got so many ideas for the future. Thanks so much and see you in the next video. Done.